Hello, I'm Steve Tolliday and I suffer from elbow pain, tendon pain and all kinds of pains. And I've had these pains for quite a few years now, and having bicep tendonitis or that kind of thing can be very debilitating and affect your performance in the gym or just day-to-day tasks like lifting things and carrying things, stuff like that. Now I've tried multiple exercises and all kinds of things to try and alleviate this problem, but there's actually one thing that I did myself which I found the most beneficial for me, which I'll talk about in a few minutes. But first I want to show you a couple of other exercises you can do to help strengthen your elbow and like your tendons in that area. Okay, so first off, you want to mobilise your radial nerve, which runs from your neck all the way down the back of your arm here into your hand. And we do this by nerve gliding or nerve flossing. Just want to move up and down a little bit. So you start off having your wrist flexed, get your arm behind you like this, extend your shoulder, and then that will stretch the nerve down this end, but you don't really want to stretch it, you want it gliding up and down. So that's why we tilt our head like this. Now if you have a fair bit of pain doing this, then definitely stop. You don't want to make things worse, maybe go and see a doctor about it. Otherwise, flex your wrist, extend your shoulder just a little bit, and this will stretch the nerve. And like I said, we're not trying to stretch the nerve here, we just want it to glide up and down a little bit. So you tilt your head in the same direction, and when you've done that, tilt your head in the opposite direction, flex your elbow and extend your wrist. And just do 10 reps of this. Just do this a few times a day, and don't do it by a window either. You'll look like a right weirdo, as I do right here. Okay, so the second exercise involves supinating your wrists. So supination is where your palms are face upwards, and pronation will be your palms facing down. So we want to work the supinator muscle, which is up here. So you basically just supinate your wrists. So you can rest your arms on a table or your legs, and you want a band that you can comfortably do 10 or 15 reps with. Don't move your arms all over the place. Make sure you've got a good technique. Just turn your wrists nice and slow, 10 to 15 reps, 2 or 3 sets. And maybe do this a couple of times a week and then see how you get on with those. Okay, now the last exercise, which really did help me, it was just a bicep curl with an easy curl bar, but doing bicep curls was also the most painful for me as well. How does that work? Well, first of all, it's only going to work if only one of your elbows is painful, or one is a lot more painful than the other, which is what I had. You can use a straight bar as well, if that's comfortable for you. What you can't use is dumbbells, it won't work, as you'll see. So you want to start off with a really light weight, something that you can do 20 reps with, and if you've never done any bicep curls before, just keep your knees slightly bent, shoulders back. Don't worry too much about the position of your arms too much, just put them where they're comfortable. Lift the weight up, lower it back down, straightforward. Do it nice and slow. The faster your reps, the more tension you're going to put on your tendons. That goes for any exercise. Okay, now the key thing here is you want your good arm to do most of the work. If you're not feeling much pain to begin with, just do normal reps, okay? But as soon as your bad arm starts hurting, let the other arm take over and do all the work, and try and get up to 20 reps doing that. This is going to be beneficial for your bad arm because you're still pumping blood through that area, providing all the nutrients and all that. It's going to help work the muscle and the tendons, still going to strengthen your tendons up. Okay, so like I said, 20 reps, nice and slow. Do 2 or 3 sets, okay, a couple of times a week. But the next time you do it, just add a small amount of weight. And I'm saying, a kilo, maybe half a kilo per side. If it's too easy when you first start, just add a bit more, obviously, but you want to keep the reps about 20, okay, nice and high. If you feel like your arm's getting a lot better pretty quick, don't rush into it and start whacking on a load of weight. Okay, that's the worst thing you can do. You're just going to end up going back to square one. Don't worry about not using your bad arm at all in this exercise. Even from the very first rep, just let your good arm do the work. It's absolutely fine. Just honestly, just give it a try. Okay, now with all these exercises, you need to be patient, you need to give it time. It's not going to be a quick fix. But I'd recommend doing all 3, okay, and just see how you go. And hopefully your elbows will be back up to scratch in no time. I've got another video here you can watch if you want to know how to lose weight effectively. And thanks a lot for watching. See you in the next video. Goodbye.